YouTube faithful, what's going on? It is Flex Friday. There's 10 NBA games today, and there is a World Series game with the Yanks versus the Dodgers. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to leave MLB off the table. I'm just going to sweat it for fun, but I will open it up and tell you right now one quick thing about this. If you want an MLB Sweat tonight, if you want to take anything at all for the World Series, I think there's two people you should look at, and it ain't reinventing the wheel, folks. It's Yarny at 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, or you could just take him to get more half a hit. Odds are he's getting a hit. It's the biggest game of his life, the biggest game of his career. Either one of those for Yarny, and then you can run it back with the likes of Soda Pop, aka Juan Soto, at 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Or if you want to go with the narrative home run v home run, you could take the one and only Aaron Judge. Either one of those, and that would be your MLB World Series Sweat. Just keep it ABC simple. If you want action to make that game more exciting, that's all you have to do. No games, just easy peasy lemon squeezy. So without further ado, let's talk about the NBA. But before I do, let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday was the opposite of a master class. Okay, the play of the day, Stafford, he cashed, of course, because the plays of the day are going to be the most favorited, which will give you the most likelihood to cash. But it was tough sledding for that NFL game and the NBA slate, and here's why. The NFL had Puka Nacua ruled out. Then they ruled him back in, and then they told us he was going to be limited. So I didn't think there was going to be an issue, but that was way after the YouTube video had been made. And I was already locked into Atwell and Kyron Williams' longest rush. Now, Puka being back on that team changes the entire offense. It opens up the run even more. It opens up the passing game even more. It's just how it is. That's how their team was built. So you have to know going into it, 90% of everything's going to be chalked when a player like that becomes in and active. And yes, maybe he didn't play every snap, but he probably played 85% of the snaps because he was cooking. Luckily, we got him on second half, but it didn't matter because we took Addison second half with it. It is what it is, guys. You're going to chalk slates. You're going to chalk lineups. It's going to happen. And then for the NBA, like I told you guys at the start of this video, each and every day, we're still making educated guesses on the NBA right now. There just simply isn't enough data points to be making accurate decisions, and I'm going to explain that to you later on in this video. Now, yesterday's video, I combined both sports and it was long, 35 minutes. Unfortunately, it didn't go our way. The night before that, our video did amazing. The plays did amazing. Everybody was crushing. Live stream, YouTube, Discord, but always after a big day, never go large the next day. That's rule number one. And always use bankroll management. Do not look at this from the day-to-day perspective or you're going to hate life. You can chalk 3 or 4 days in a row, and then on that 5th day, make everything back with interest and have a Nagasaki type day if you're doing this correctly. Anchors and darts, EV betting, etc. So don't worry about the day-to-day. Worry about what's happening at the end of the month, every 2 months, and go from there. The day-to-day will deceive you and cause you to make decisions you wouldn't normally make, okay? For example, in my picket, there's going to be like 4 or 5 days that are red, and then a green day that's up like 200 units, and then another 1-2 days red, and then another day that's up like massive units. That's just the way I conduct my lineup strategy, okay? Do whatever's going to work for you, but don't get bent out of shape because you lost a lineup here and there. It's going to happen. You need to get prepared for it. Worry about opportunity. Are the reads there? Now, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is Deuce Miles McBride. I haven't decided if he's going to be the thumbnail yet. I'm not exactly sure, but 11 points. Now, here's the deal. Right now, you can get him at 10.5 points on Chalkboard. Absolutely. He's right up there at 10.5 points on Chalkboard. I got him there, and they're paying 1.61, so it's a decent payout. Now, that extra half a point may not seem like a lot to you, but it is. All you'd have to do from there is pair it with someone that's 1.75 and you'd be getting that 3x. If you're not on Chalkboard, get on Chalkboard. They have tons of promotions every day. The link will be in the description. Click it and you'll also get 30 days of the Discord. But can you take Miles McBride on PrizePicks? Well, yes, I think you can. In fact, I took him at 12.5 PA earlier. Now he's bumped to 13. You could take either one of these options if you'd like. Now, if we go over here to DJ GG Fantasy to market shop this and see everything. We can see the best line right now, bang for our buck, would be his PRA at 15.5. That's what we were on last time. It's very, very low right now, 15.5. You can see his points is actually the worst if we're getting market data. 10.5 is optimal, but 11, it's most likely he's going to push. Now, he can soar over everything and anything. He played roughly 25 minutes last game, and he got it done even in a blowout. Now, if we go over here, you can see he's exceeded 10.5 points in 4 of his last 5 games. Doesn't matter because that's last season, but what does matter is opportunity. And he played 25 minutes, and they got blown out of the gym. The matchup today versus Indiana, pace-up spot. Look at the point guard and shooting guard. Now, 6th for points. They're 6th in points allowed versus point guards, but against shooting guards, they're 28th. 25 minutes. Okay, and McBride, I would say, is more of a shooting guard, a 2 player than a 1 anyways. He's not really facilitating. He's making the shots. Regardless of what he's listed at, he's a 1 and 2 hybrid in my opinion. But you can see 25 minutes and he had 22 real points. I don't think he had any rebounds or assists for that matter, which is an anomaly. Oh, he had 2. Okay, so how many potential assists did he have? He had 7. But since they couldn't make a shot, it is what it is. How many rebound chances? He didn't have any chances for rebounds, but he had 7 potential assists, and he got 2, which is still good. So his points plus assists, his PRA, guys, it's crispy, okay? His PRA right here or his points assist would probably be my favorite 2 for him. If he gets 25 minutes again, just like I said before, he's gonna go over. It's that simple. The matchup is way better than Boston, so of course I'm gonna take Miles McBride. Right now, he's my favorite play. At 10.5 points, he is my favorite play. Now, yes, it's risky. He's gonna shoot a lot of 3-pointers, but folks, it's all risk. It's NBA game or night 3. We don't have enough data points to be successful yet. I don't care what anyone on Twitter or YouTube or Capper's telling you. I keep it real. And the realistic thing is nobody has an edge because nobody knows anything yet, okay? Period. Making educated guesses, which is why bankroll management is critical. My Flex Friday lineup is going to be NFL, but if you want to do NBA, just play whoever you want. Play all the studs. You'll have a fine sweat. So Miles McBride, that's play number 1. And my goodness, play number 2, they're so quick. It was going to be Lamelo Ball's 39.5 PRA. They moved him to 40 because they're absolutely quick. I guess you could take him still at 40 or go to his points at 25.5. Now, why do I like Lamelo? Because you can see here, they're ranked 30th in points allowed. Now, again, this is last season's data. It's not accounting for this season, but look at this. He played 37 minutes in a pace down spot versus the Houston Rockets. 37 minutes, okay? If he's going to play 37 minutes, you have to have exposure to him, all right? He shot 20 times and he shot for 50%, which is why I like the PRA because it gives you everything. And right now, again, on Chalkboard, you can get it at 39.5. I think you can even get it at 38.5. Look at this, 30th, 27th, 27th. The Atlanta Hawks play at a fast pace. It is the perfect spot to take Lamelo Ball. 15 rebound chances against the Houston Rockets. 19 potential assists against the Houston Rockets. His PRA is 100 million% in the mix. Now, if you go back over here to DG and you look at his rebounds and his points, you can see his points are being juiced minus 128. His rebounds 5.5 is minus 144. And his points, rebounds, assisted 40 is pretty much 50-50. Okay? Like I said, there's not a lot of mathematical edges right now because just look at the board, look at the market data. Everything's priced efficiently, but that's okay. Now, how does he not get there? He just doesn't shoot well. He gets limited out of nowhere. The Atlanta Hawks crush him and blow him out of the gym, but I really don't think we have to worry about any of that. I think that his rebounds, his PRA, his Gabi, obviously, all of this stuff is in the play. His RA obviously is in the mix, but I didn't like that it's popular, and that was what put me on his PRA, okay? All of these are fine for LaMelo. I love this matchup. This matchup could feed families tonight. The Hawks versus the Hornets. 100 million% could feed a village tonight. And speaking of the Hawks, if you're looking for a run back, you got 2 options. You got Clint Capella because the Hornets struggle against centers. They struggle against bigs. The problem is, what do we take with old Clint? Because he's in a timeshare with Okongwu, who's absolutely been dominating. Did you see what Okongwu did last game? He cooked. He absolutely cooked him. Okongwu is him. We were on him last season. He was our play of the day a lot. I think you have to make the decision. Do you take Okongwu's points or do you take Clint Capella's PRA? Either one of those two would be an optimal run back. I don't know if I'm going to have exposure to either one of these guys tonight, but I did want to talk about it because it's worth talking about. You could take either one of these guys as a run back and pair Lamelo with the Atlanta, have a 1v1 skinny stack. Both of them are in good pace spots. It could be a high point total. It could be crispy. You dig? These are the spots and things you want to be thinking about when you approach an NBA slate, y'all. So make sure you're doing that. And then the next third and final person that I want to talk about for this video is going to be Alperen Sengun, another person that I like who ended up getting elevated, bumped, okay? I had him at 23.5 points assists. He's now down here. He's now up to 24, which is a bump, significant bump, but check this out. We can go over here and see points allowed. They're ranked 25th to centers. Assists allowed, they're ranked 8th. But if we look and see, old Sengun played 33 minutes last game against the Hornets, and he had 8 potential assists. 8 potential assists for a center is good because it's most likely going to be give and go, pick and roll type stuff. It's absolutely fine, okay? And then field goals wise, the man shot 22 times. 22 times! So you have to have exposure to Sengun, in my opinion. I'm not in love with the matchup as far as the pace up spot or pace down spot. I'm not sure how the Memphis pace is going currently, but even at 24, I still think it has a little bit of value. Even his points, again, you can get it at 23.5 on Chalkboard right now. So make sure you're going and looking over there and finding the value. All right, so those are probably my 3 favorite as of now. Sengun, points, assist, and then there's a lot of honorable mentions. Again, it's a 10-game slate. We're going to break it down on live stream. We're going to make live stream lineups. Our live stream slip that we made yesterday is still live. We took Jeddah's receiving yards and his receptions. We took Stafford over passing yards, and then we took Dak over 34.5 passing attempts. We made it on the live stream. It's still live. And if you took the discounts yesterday, which was Luka and Shai, and I told you to take those two, you paired it with Jeddah's Goblin, you would have cashed too, double dipping at 2.25x. That is why I told you guys to do that, because you always want to be overexposed to something when you're already locked in. Sometimes you just have to take a stand and go all in on it, and if it sells, folks. You don't want to have like 30 different things you're waiting to happen. Just try to take the same player. Different stats are fine, but always go with your gut above all and use bankroll management. Now, like I was saying, honorable mention is my boy Tyrese Maxiell, 29.5 points. Why? The other day, his line was, I believe, 27.5 or maybe even 28.5. I can't remember. But he shot 31 times and he shot horrible. He was like 10 for 31, I think, and he put up 25 points and he sold. But if this is going to be the line and this is going to be his usage rate, you have to consider his points here because, dude, 31 times is just ridiculous for any person, and Maxi's a heck of a shooter, so he's an honorable mention for the tube. Obviously, his Gobby would be optimal at 23.5. I think his Goblin at 23.5 is a slam dunk. Even if he shoots bad, if he's going to be putting in that type of volume, you want to have exposure to the man, and you don't need to pause because we're talking about ball. All right, now if you recall 2 videos ago, I was all over Cam Thomas, Jalen Green. Those plays, if you want to go back to them, they're totally fine. Their lines are elevated now. I'm just trying to give you guys different options than what I came on here and gave you the other day. All right? And like I tell y'all every time, eventually we're going to have those usage rates. We're going to have those fantasy points per minute, and I'll be able to cook the fantasy score tab, and I cannot wait because taking fantasy scores on PrizePicks via NBA is one of my favorite things to do. I love doing it. It's very profitable for me, and I'm very excited to get those data points in and to be able to cook efficiently. Now, the last play that I'm going to talk about is from the Golden State Warriors. Now, real quick, let me mention one thing. The Discord has been blowing up. We've had steady like 500 plus members all summer long through MLB, but obviously once NBA and NFL returns, it blows up. So I do have that promotion going on right now. You go to CaptainCrush.net, the gold package. If you're a new member, it's promo code SWEET. It gets you in for $15 for your first month. After that, it's the normal price. If you're a former member and want to come back, you can get in at $24.99, but I still have this 6-month package, which will take you to the end of NBA season for $124.99. That is your current member discount. I'm giving it away. The live stream will be today at 5:15 Central. That is where we cook. We talk about things. As bad of a day as yesterday was, people still were able to find winners, okay? Here's an example. Tatum, Luka, Chet Holmgren cashed. I was high on him yesterday before they bumped him. You can see solid 4 puts, the live stream hitting. Discount, Jefferson, Chet, Anthony Edwards. He's absolutely right. 3.5x, but it doesn't matter. Cash is cash. It's better than getting 0. Ben made 275 units yesterday. Look at this guy. He liked my 5.5 Tatum assist call, which everyone thought was chalked because he only had 1 at half or something like that. But cash it. Good hits, buddy. You made the tube, little bro. And Deuce the GOAT puts, you can see the Jefferson Goblin with Anthony Edwards Goblin, or the Jefferson Taco with the Edwards Goblin. This is what we did on Taco Tuesday. Cash it. Then double dipping. The Luka discount with Justin Jefferson. Bang. 2x. That is how you do it. That is the optimal play. This is a live stream lineup that was made on the live stream. Chet's fantasy, Jokic less. Look at that. 55.9. It was 56.5. And De'Aaron Fox more 4.5 assists. Cash it. That's why being in those live streams is critical, because it may not be from the YouTube. It may not be from the daily prop list. It may just be hitting in the live stream. It's the heart and soul of the Discord. Make sure you're in there. You'll also get the projection sheets that look like this for NFL and NBA. They're all posted there. Today's posted for NBA as well. So get in the mix and join the family. But now that the plug is done, let's talk about the next thing. I still believe Curry less 26.5 points is good. Why? Because I was on under last game and it cashed. Granted, it was a blowout. He didn't play that many minutes. He only played 25, but he still was facilitating way more than he was shooting. 10 field goals attempts, and he shot 4 for 10. Now, my theory was it's going to take a while for Curry to find his rhythm. He's a crafty veteran. He's one of the best shooters, if not the best shooter of all time. But I still think 27 points is a little bit too high regardless of matchup. The last matchup was against Portland. They don't play any defense, and he didn't get it done, even though it was a blowout. So I'm still going to take less at 26.5 points. And on the flip side, if you do think he's going to facilitate once more, you could take his RA at 11. But honestly, I think that was an anomaly game, so I would take to this. Remember, these are the honorable mentions. You shouldn't be upset if something chalks regardless, but especially if those chalk, okay? Keep your wits about you, buddy. Now, the board is still dry as of now. Everything isn't on here. You're going to have to look on Sleeper, Chalkboard, Parlay Play. All the links are in the description. That will get you 30 free days of the Discord. I'm caught up with all the free trials. There's no one left waiting. So if you are still waiting, you need to send me an email right now because I never got it. You'll get 30 free days in the cord for signing up with any of the partners. Chalkboard, Sleeper, Underdog, Parlay Play. Folks, I can't say it enough. Thank you for watching the video. You guys are smashing the view count, smashing the likes. You're doing the Lord's work, and I'm very thankful. Sorry that we didn't get a W yesterday, folks. It's going to happen time to time. I cannot guarantee you wins. I don't want to guarantee you wins. That is why I focus on giving you a winning process and not just trying to put the spoon in your gullet and spoon feed you, because that ain't long-term hitting. You don't want to just be dependent on Captain Crush having a good day. You need to come on here looking for a breakdown of players and slate ideas, get your feet firing, and then you make your own reads. Yes, you can tail me, but my goal, my job is to teach you what to look for, okay? A winning process. I hate to be cringy and corny, but it's the old teach a man to fish or just give him a fish. That's the truth. So I hope to see you in today's live stream. Remember, the Discord promo is sweep. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.